Hi, I'm Stephen.
And I'm Bret.
And we are the Broadway Husbands.
You might know us from Broadway, TV, film,
ballet, New York City Ballet.
But you also might know us from some of our viral dances on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. But together, we've actually been married since 2011.
2011, and we started dating in 2007. And we created our Instagram account in 2018. And our first YouTube video together as the Broadway Husbands was in 2013.
Oh my gosh, 2013.
So
on my separate channel.
So what a journey it's been.
That's kind of how Broadway Husbands was born. We were between jobs, hanging out in our apartment, and we started making these videos.
And the first video we made was the top 5 things to do when you're unemployed.
Yeah, on a Sunday. So that video actually was what initially wanted us to start this account. And the fact that in 2022, we became dads to our little boy named Maverick. And for a lot of people like us who grew up, we didn't see 2 dad families very often, and we thought it was really important to document that journey. And thus, that's how we became Broadway Husbands.
The Broadway Husbands!
Now, Stephen will tell you a little bit more about him.
Hi, I'm Stephen. I'm one half of the Broadway Husbands, and I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I started dancing when I was 3, and it was just always something that I did. I couldn't stop moving and dancing. So my parents put me into dance class, and I've been dancing ever since. I started doing like musical theater at 8, and then at 12, I auditioned for the School of American Ballet and was accepted and started going there year round. So I moved to New York City by myself when I was 12, and I lived in dorms, and I went to SAB for 4 years. I joined the New York City Ballet my junior year in high school, and I danced there for 13 years where I became a principal dancer. Right around the time that I met Bret, it was in 2007, and then in 2008 I auditioned for the show Billy Elliot, and I booked the role of older Billy, and I decided to do it. So that was how I started to do some Broadway shows. And then, you know, Bret was talking about how our stage doors were across the street from each other, and it was actually really fun. It feels like a lifetime ago right now, but that was really fun. We used to walk to work together, and his show was much shorter than mine, so he would get home and he wouldn't always have dinner ready for me, so I'm still kind of upset about that, actually. And then we got married in 2011, and we had our child in 2022. And one of the things that brings me joy every week is just the mornings that we spend, the 3 of us together, and we just kind of sit in Maverick's playroom. Those moments are something that bring me like so much joy and make me so proud of what we've accomplished by becoming parents, and so proud of our son and how amazing he is. And we're actually like seeing our dream come true right in front of our eyes. So that always brings me joy.
Hey, what's up? I'm Bret, the other half of Broadway Husbands. And like Stephen said, we met in 2007. And at that time, I was doing Beauty and the Beast on Broadway. See, I grew up in Texas. I knew when I was like 6 years old, I wanted to do theater. I was like this kid that just loved singing and dancing and going all around this small Texas town doing as much community theater as possible. And that got me to go to college for theater in New York City, where I stayed and continued to pursue a career on Broadway. Beauty and the Beast was my second Broadway show. My first one was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and then I did the original cast of The Little Mermaid on Broadway, where I understudied Prince Eric. And that's when Stephen and I first started dating. After that, Stephen, who was dancing New York City Ballet, ended up leaving to do Billy Elliot, and for a couple years, our stage doors were literally across the street from each other on 45th Street, and it was maybe like the highlight of my life. It was like this really fun time where we got to drop each other off at work and then meet each other at home afterwards. And that's kind of how the idea of Broadway Husbands came to be, because I dreamt of that life when I was 6 growing up in Texas, and then saw myself actually living it, and I couldn't believe it. And I hoped that by creating this account, we might actually inspire other young kids that their life and their dreams can be the same. You know, something that I try to do every week that sparks joy for me, I try to find time to really center myself. It's definitely hard as a new parent to find moments where I can really give myself some love and attention. So one of the ways I do that is either through yoga. Honestly, creating content brings me a lot of joy, especially when I get to see the comments and people saying to us in the comments, oh my gosh, this just made my whole day. That's such a cool feeling. And that's really our whole intention, is to bring as much joy to people as we can. One of the things that we are pretty open to sharing about is the fact that we've both been sober for quite a while.
That's how we first met.
How we met.
Yeah.
And it's something we're very proud of because not only has it strengthened us individually, but it's strengthened us as a couple, and we're huge advocates for sobriety. If you or anyone you know has a problem with addiction, you know, there's help out there. You're not alone. Make sure you reach out and ask for help. And people like us can show you that, you know what, it's 100% possible. It's not always easy, but you're not alone and you can do it. If you're interested in learning more about us, make sure to consider joining our Patreon, where we share some other tidbits, and we also host a monthly dance class, which you are welcome to come. It starts at $5 a month, and we would love to see you there. It's super fun.
And if you don't follow us on Instagram yet, go over there and follow us at Broadway Husbands.
And on TikTok, and we're also now on Snapchat, so we'd love to see you there.
Go check us out. We'll see you soon.